So we all got them times, right? We as black people always have this experience of like, was that racist? Hey, what up people? This your boy Terry Bluez. I'm gonna tell you guys about my first was that racist moment. It may have not been my first one, but it's definitely the first one that I remember. So stay tuned in for this one. First of all, I gotta let you guys know, these are real true stories. No names have been changed to protect anybody's identity, because if they got a problem with it, fuck them, they can sue me. And you can tell them I said that. So back when I was in high school, right? I was an average student because my test scores would be A's, but I wouldn't turn in my homework, so it would average out to about a C. I mean, C's get degrees, right? I got 2 of them. But anyway, that's beside the point. In high school, I was labeled as the troublemaker. If anything went down, I was to blame for it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of my boisterous voice, maybe. I don't know, who knows? But I tell you one thing, most teachers had it out for me. Most of those teachers were white. So here's what happened, right? So in high school, I took theater arts, obviously, right? Me as the dramatic person I am. Anyway, so back in high school, right, I was in theater arts class, and we had a teacher, right? And her name was Megan Taylor. Oh, and she could not stand me and I couldn't stand her. I think it was because she was a young white woman, fresh out of college, maybe like 22, 23 at the time. But she looked 12. And I remember her first day of school, shout out to my man George, AKA Don J. I remember we were standing outside for the buses and she was one of the bus monitor teachers walking around. And I went and told him, I was like, oh, hey, check her out, man. She's a new student. I already knew she was a new teacher because I had her in class, but I was just fucking around with him to see what he would do. I was like, yo, go holler at her, go holler at her. He was like, yo, what's her name? I was like, Megan. Like, yo, Megan, Megan. And she's looking like, excuse you? I'm a teacher. Yo, I'm dying laughing. Yo, he snitched me out. He's like, yo, he told me to do it. Now I'm in trouble. All right, so I guess I was on her shit list from that moment on. Anyway, so we in theater arts class and we got Miss Taylor, right? And mind you, she was kind of a bitch. Anyway, we sitting in class and we're in the auditorium. It's an auditorium stage, theater seating, right? We're in class, I don't know what the fuck she's teaching, but her and another student, Richard Bumpus, her and him start to get in an argument and it gets heated. And we're all in the class like, oh, shit, son. Oh, they talking bad to this bitch, oh, shit. And she tells him, go to the office. Now, Richard Bumpus is a country white kid, right? You know what I'm saying? Like boots, Wranglers, motherfucking wallet with a pocket chain to that shit. Whole 9 yards, right? And you know what he says? He gets up and to her face, this close, nigga, they are this close from each other. He says, and I quote, bitch, shut your pie hole. The class gasps. Did he just say this to this bitch? To her face? Oh my gosh, she got so flustered, she left the class. Whole class bust out and laughed. This nigga just talked bad to this bitch and made her leave her own class. Talk about some white privilege. Anyway, she storms out the class. She proceeds to go get the principal, Brian Hanna. Older white gentleman, maybe in his 60s, but he's like Irish white. He's so white, he's red. They talk about changing the Washington Redskins name. I think that was named after the fucking Irish. So he's one of those guys. That description is very important to the story. So he storms in, she storms in behind him, and he's like, what's going on? And she points at Richard and she says, tell him what you just said, Richard. I'll tell you this motherfucker has some nuts. Cause he repeated that shit without hesitation. This nigga said, I told her to shut her fucking pie hole. Again, the class burst in laughter. Whole class bust out in laughter. Whole class. Now, mind you, it's me and my partner, Marcus Jackson. For the record, Marcus Jackson's nickname in high school was Darkness. Blacker than the midnight sky, cause at least that shit got moonlight. Motherfucker was so black, his shadow looked light-skinned. This nigga was that black, purple. And he had them big ass bug eyes, looked like the goddamn WB frog. that really had nothing to do with it. I just want to describe how black this nigga was. But it's me and my partner, Marcus Jackson. We're sitting on by the aisle closest to where Mr. Hanna and Miss Taylor are storming down the aisle, right? As Richard Bumpus repeats, "Shut your fucking pothole," whole class bust out laughing, right? Now, Mr. Hanna is upset, mad. He's like, because we were laughing. He doesn't look at Richard. This is where we get tricky, right? He doesn't look at Richard. He looks at the rest of the class. And you know what he does? He looks down next to him and he points out me and Marcus Darkness Blackson Jackson. Just us two. And he says, "You two, to the office with me." What? Huh? Wait. Whoa. What the fuck is going on here? Whole class still laughing. Right? So we come out, follow him to the office. He's yelling the whole fucking time. Miss Taylor stays there and still has to deal with Richard Bumpus, the nigga that told her to shut her fucking pothole. So we're standing in the office. He is yelling in our face. Like we are posted up in his office in front of his desk and he's sitting behind that motherfucker standing with his hands planted on that shit, yelling. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fuck what this nigga was talking about. Just sitting there cracking up. I'm trying to hold this smile back because I still can't figure out why this nigga told this bitch to shut her fucking pothole. Right? So I'm snickering off that shit. Darkness Jackson looked like he in front of a goddamn Klan meeting. This motherfucker scared as shit. I could see his eyes bulging. Nigga was spooked. I was like, damn, this nigga ain't gonna lynch us, is it? So he's spooked. I'm snickering, right? And the more I'm snickering, the madder he's getting because I'm not listening to shit he's saying. And the madder he's getting, the redder his face is. Nigga, his neck veins look like you could inject heroin in them shits from a goddamn dart. And not miss the vein. Them shits was bulging, nigga. So his neck is bulging. His goddamn head is so fucking red as shit like a ripe tomato ready to be picked. Boop. I'm still snickering. So he gets mad, fucking yelling at us. You know the ending of this story? You know what the end result of this? I got 5 days in suspension. Marcus Jackson got 3 days in suspension. Richard Bumpus, 0. Now, you tell me, was that racist?